Here's one that Vin's going to like. Cryptocurrency investors plead with Elon Musk to stop tweeting. Just stop tweeting.
Yo, yeah, those investors are losing money.
We're not talking.
Lot of money.
We're not going to have a conversation anymore. Just stop tweeting. When they're telling you to stop, you might be tickling the funny bone.
Yeah.
If they're telling you to stop. But anyway, obviously the prices have been super volatile in crypto, and people are curious what the future looks like. What is all this Doge talk? What are you going to do? And so you have some experts, investors, rich people, etc. Here we go. Do not pay attention to Elon Musk's comments about anything in crypto, at least over the longer term. That's William Quigley. I don't know if he sounds like that, but he's the managing director of Magnetic, a cryptocurrency investing firm. He did an interview with CNN Business. Tesla, until very recently, was going to accept Bitcoin as a payment. That alone told me he didn't really understand how to think about Bitcoin. Continuing. Wow. He explained that Bitcoin has a good store value and was very good at large cross-border payments, but not a substitute for normal transaction methods. You and I talked about this on the show, I think, how Bitcoin for a car is much more complicated than it seems from an accounting perspective and payment perspective and
speed,
volatility, blah, 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 just complex. And there's other cryptos that even as of right now are probably better suited for it, but it is that kind of household name crypto. So the biggest, as far as adoption is concerned, you start with awareness, and most people know that name brand. You put in the old days, they would have on the convenience store, they would just put a Coca-Cola sign. They didn't put the name of the convenience store. Nobody cared. Why would you do that? I'm sure you've seen this before. The retro convenience store, they just put Coca-Cola banner.
Yeah.
And Coca-Cola, I think in many cases, would subsidize certain aspects. I don't know what they would do, what kind of a business deal they work out. But they got what you need.
Yeah.
And so those name brands are recognizable brands in the crypto space. Happens to be Bitcoin. It's even got its own little emoji on Twitter. I don't know if it's an emoji, whatever. And so here we have a tweet. Obviously, when Elon came back and said Tesla has diamond hands, and we talked about it on this show, I didn't follow up on a lot of the replies, but here's one from Timothy S. Kim. You're the most hated person in the world right now. All of my friends, myself included, went from diehard Elon, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink fans to hating you from deep within our souls. How you accomplished that in such a short amount of time is one for the history books.
Wow.
When you wipe some value off the table or people perceive that you've done so, when you mess with people's wallets, Willie do, I guess it has a sting to it, I guess. And there's definitely, that feels like a sting, like somebody got stung there. Timothy, I mean, or he's having fun, I don't know.
Right.
What do you think about Timothy?
I'm sure he's a great guy.
You don't know that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Why are you assuming? I think this is actually good for crypto, no? Because this is like a test for if something, does happen in the future, it might not be ready for it.
I'll just say something. And I don't believe you can attribute everything that happened to Elon, but, and Vitalik from Ethereum was kind of talking about this a little bit, but like the power or one of the important aspects, if not the most important aspect of crypto, is the decentralization of it. That no one individual or small group of people can drastically impact what's going on with it. Whether it's a small mining or a mining operation that grows to a particular scale, that it can have implications for the network as a whole.
Sure, technically speaking.
Or any one individual owning too much of a particular, But
then you have whales, then you have Elon.
But what I'm trying to say is if you attribute everything that's gone on to this one individual, which I don't, but if you were to do that, like this tweet seems to imply, then he represents a kind of centralization.
Sure, yeah.
Which is, if I can swing the market, if I can wield power over the market really easily by typing a few characters, I can become a central point or a powerful point within the conversation. But long term, you're probably right. Long term, people are just going to be like, oh, he's just tweeting, whatever. Long term, there will be a desensitivity to what's going on. You just be like, well, that's what he does and whatnot. But people obviously were very upset for a period of time, maybe still are. I know crypto has rebounded a little bit. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, crypto types are going to continue tweeting about why you shouldn't listen to Elon Musk. So, however, he seems to really listen to critique and criticism. I mean, that's the way it appears to me following him on social media. So if you head to the next story, it says